We're going back to our residence because I think the lady of the house has come home, Carmosa. At least if our intuition is to be believed from the last episode. Back to the same old. This feels almost like coming back to a prison and out of my own will. After 2 such wonderful days of freedom, it's depressing to know I need to go back to my ordinary life. Did she definitely say she was coming back this day? I forget. She's making it seem like that's what's going on. There, out in the real world, I can meet amazing people. Have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped between Carmosa's plots and her poor daughter's bitterness. Oh, you're making the real world sound good. Well, sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish in the woods, and would anyone notice or care? Maybe that's the answer. Getting lost in the wilderness, befriending an uncivilized but noble tribe of rather short miners, becoming their princess. Wrong story. But, you could go build a cabin, write a really long book about, living by yourself in the woods and everything. Cinderella meets Walden. I could see it now. It'd be amazing. Okay. I'm spending the rest of my days being adored, praised, and... Oh, get a grip on yourself, Cinders. At least I learned some really interesting things today. Interesting and possibly dangerous for Carmosa. Maybe it's going to be my wild card in this game. This game? Did you just break the fourth wall? Okay. Sometimes I wonder if all families are like mine. Broken, conflicted, and utterly unpleasant. Or is it just a nobility thing? I'm really tired. It's time to go to bed. Tomorrow morning? Oh, I can't wait. It will be a bliss. Wait, are you being sarcastic? Isn't that when Carmosa's coming back? When's Carmosa coming back, definitively? Can someone give me a straight answer here? Why will it be a bliss? I mean, it won't be a bliss, because the look on your face tells me you are being sarcastic. Anyway, meanwhile, at the palace. Okay, there's the prince. Okay. Hi, guys. What's up? You have summoned me, my prince? That I did. You must be wondering why I wanted to see you at this hour. Surely you have guessed it must be about something important. I will have to ask you to make an important decision, and I will not be expecting you to give your answer right away. My lord. Let me explain, Perrault. As you know, we live in a time of transition, and my father's death changed many things. Oh, as you know, dialogue. I think we can let this one slide. Being so close to our family, you are aware that the old king spent most of his days trying to compromise between extremes, a balance between order and freedom. With little success. Despite his best wishes, all his life he remained an autocrat. That is why it has been my wish, my vision to change the kingdom in such a way as to eliminate the need to compromise between freedom and order altogether. In other words, Perrault, I want reform, but I am sure you know this. I do, my prince. I have known you long enough to be able to learn about the qualities of your character. I want to give the people a constitution, Perrault. I don't want them to be subjects. I want them to be citizens. I told you, America, freedom. I'm gonna come in with the American flag, like I said. Okay, I see. This will not make you more popular among the nobles, sire. If that's even possible. You are not a king yet, my lord, and there's some unrest among the nobles. I wouldn't announce your plans just yet. They make you an easy target. Yes, they do. That's exactly why I need your protection. You already have it. You know I'd give my life serving the crown. I am your sword and shield, my lord. And my bow and my axe. No. Yes, yes, my friend. I know that. But these are a different kind of enemies I am going to face during my reign. I will be giving people more freedom, but that means taking away some of that old precious order. The nobles won't stand for it. They will want my head. They wouldn't dare. Of course not. That would give me a reason to ask for their heads. They will not do anything openly. Do you understand now what I speak of, Perrault? So you want me to spy for you? It is the new battlefield, Captain. The theater of war of our times, and the crown needs you to be our champion. Champion? But isn't it an honorable war? But it isn't an honorable war. It's a war of lies. It is a war of discretion and intelligence, qualities I know you possess in abundance. Not to mention loyalty. Yeah, because you're a Hufflepuff, aren't you, Perrault? That's your Hogwarts house. Forgive me, my lord. I don't want to come across as naive. I am simply not accustomed to all the subtleties of ruling. I'm surprised. Is the chandelier supposed to swing like that, or is, like, Sia up there swinging from the chandelier? Is that what she's doing? Because I see no other reason why it should be swinging back and forth like that. There's not a party in this room yet. Okay. What would you require of me in this new service? You would have to spend more time at the court. That much is certain. Keep your eyes and ears open, and of course socialize much more. Oh, that's like the hardest thing ever to do. What are you talking about? He's so antisocial, I bet. I'm not feeling it either. Hear me, Perrault? No. You would have to trade those blades of yours for an exquisite white gold cutlery. I'm afraid maybe do something about this outfit. All those belts. He's gothic. He is like a Final Fantasy character. Tetsuya Nomura designed him, probably. And that's why he's so cool looking. He's got a crack in his face, but, you know, that's like his scar. He's like, yeah. I don't know. I see. This is not exactly... This isn't... Are we going to see Perrault as a dandy? Because I will pay to see that. I will not pay to see that. If they make Perrault Dandy DLC for this game, I will not buy it. But I will. It's tempting, but no. You don't have to decide right away. Also, you do have a choice. I am not a tyrant, after all. You should you choose to distance yourself from this lovely mess I am planning for the realm, you can leave your current service with honor and retire. Your patrolling duty is purely ceremonial nowadays, and the guards have their officers. As it is, your position at the court is a matter of empty traditionalism, nothing more. Wow, you're really, knocking down his job, aren't you? You're really, yeah. Making him feel bad. You would send me away? To where? Oh, I'm certain there's some picturesque and lucrative strip of royal land left that I can make you a count of. Oh, that'd be cool. Count Perrault. Yeah, Count Darrow. How about Middle Hollow? Such a quaint little place. I see it now. That simple? This is very surprising. It's strange. It's a strange thing to learn that you are not needed. See, you hurt his feelings. So that's what you get, Prince Basile. Come on. You're making him feel not important. Darryl. Perrault is the coolest person in this game, I think. Yeah. Rubbish, Perrault. This crown needs you. I need you. This is precisely why I am asking you to make your own decision. Well, if you need him so badly, you would tell him what to do. Like the prince you are. You're supposed to be a ruler. This is a monarchy, I thought. Okay. If I am to rule, I have to learn to make difficult choices, and this is my first. I am not ordering you to become the new Royal Master Spy. I'm giving you a choice. You're turning this into a democracy. You can't just change the form of government overnight. Okay. I mean, maybe you can, but it won't be simple. Not only because I know you wouldn't make a good agent serving me against your own will, but also because you are my friend, Perrault. If that's the case, I reckon I'd prefer to just be a subject. It will be enough, Captain. Let us not say things we will regret later. Very well, my lord. Will this be all, my prince? Yes, Captain. Give my proposal some thought. I would have your answer within the next few days. Now go. Okay, well, we're putting Perrault in a pretty difficult position there. Oh, hi, Sophia. Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up, get up! Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Yawn, what time is it? Yeah. You playing sick, are you, Cinders? Is that what's going on? Dawn already, and you need to get up right this instant. Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone, and I'm not sure it's reason enough to get up so abruptly either. But it's dawn. It's the dawn of a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I guess. 2 days without supervision, and you've gotten lazy already. Where would you be on your own, I wonder? Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is it just a social call on your part? It's probably like at least 6 o'clock in that shot. In fact, it's probably like 7. The sun, it looks way too sunny out. It looks like the sun's been up for at least like an hour. It's high in the sky. Come on. I don't know. What time do you usually wake up, Cinders? Do you have an alarm clock? Come on. Fine. Don't get out of bed and see how it works for you. What do I care? This way it will be even more interesting. Okay, I'm sorry. And awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on? Carmosa's back. She wants us to gather in the hall. I'm wide awake and up now. You could have begun with that. No. Coffee. Okay. Well, you know, she has a large package with her, and she looks like she means business. So hurry up. She always looks like she means business. Wonder what's in the package, though. What shape was it? Did it... Oh, just stop being nosy and hurry up. We'll both be in trouble. If you were getting dressed instead of asking dumb questions, you would already be seeing it for yourself. The way Sophia's acting right here makes it seem like this is like the default path, and without like the side conversations we had with her, because she doesn't seem as like much. She doesn't seem like she's warmed up to Cinders as much as before. If you didn't stand there, yell at me, and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed. Fine, I'm leaving. Just hurry up. I mean, I like that it's still... She didn't do a complete 180 just because of all the chemistry we built with her, but that seemed out of context of all that. But anyway, I'm really sorry. I got here as fast as... Wait, where's Carmosa? April Fool's. No, that was like 2 days ago. I'm recording this on the 3rd. But in her study, she said she didn't have time to wait for you forever, and you kept her waiting for quite some time. Oh no, we wouldn't want Carmosa's magnificent plans to be foiled just because of Cinders' laziness, would we? Why are the sisters, like, ganging up on me now? They were, like, oh, they were arguing. It's like we retconned the whole thing that happened before. Okay. You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that is going to be a pleasant experience. Considering. Just considering. Period. That's it. No more. She wants to speak to me. Why? Oh, she's talking to Sophia. Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first. Great. When I finally get to be the first at something, it's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts. Good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality. I gotta make them, like, prissy again. I'm sorry, because if we're retconning all their character development, then we have to go back to how they were at the beginning. Why would she want to speak to each of us? And why separately? I have a bad feeling about this. Chewie. Oh, stop complaining, you two. And you should hurry up and go, Sophia. Unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course. I'm going. I mean, I guess this dialogue isn't so out of place after all that's happened, but, like, I don't know. I mean, the sisters, like, Sophia and Gloria didn't really warm up to each other, but I don't know. Nobody really broke down their barriers or, like, totally let down their guard, but, yeah. The writing in this game is still good, I'm just saying. I can tell where there's certain objective scenes in this game that would have happened no matter what. I certainly don't like this. Cormosa seems keen on interrogating us and getting every detail of what happened while she was gone. If you did what you were supposed to, you wouldn't need to be nervous right now. Just a thought. Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here. And I certainly won't get blamed for things I have no control over. I think you do enough on your own not to need any additional blame. Your constant rebelling should get most of Carmosa's attention. And how will Carmosa have an idea about who rebelled and what rebelling actually means, huh? You are not seriously suggesting that I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason. Would she now? Well, I certainly do not feel as safe as you describe. Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun. True, but I think we did start some sort of connection, albeit weak. Okay, there we go. The little flower appeared in the corner, and the choices we've made come to fruition. That's how this goes. I did notice you two were on better terms. I must admit I was wondering what the change was about. I'm not sure yet, but I certainly hope it's permanent, not some ploy to lower my awareness. I liked the feeling of having a sister. Oh, I'm so glad you say that. And I am happy that you and Sophia get along. Actually, I'm happy she is getting along with anyone. Is Gloria just, like, letting down the facade right now? Because she's, like... Is she being genuine? Like, this is kind of surreal. Okay. Happy? Why? You hardly ever talk to her yourself. That's what I'm saying. Come on. The fact that I don't have good connection with her doesn't mean I can't care. I do wish her to be happy. I'm glad she's finally able to make friends. She's human after all. I had no idea you cared so much. You're full of surprises. I don't think I need to explain myself. I was just asking, but fine. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she has to say. Well, it's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting. It shouldn't take long. Carmosa is not someone to beat around the bush. True, she's always to the point. No excuses, no diversions, no mercy. Let's just wait. And wait they did. It's like SpongeBob, like 5 hours later. No, okay, I don't know how much time that was that passed, but probably not 5 hours. You're back! That was fast. No, it wasn't. Apparently, the transition made it very apparent that it wasn't fast, but okay. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm fine. Sorry to disappoint you girls. It's not like we thought you went, like, into the jungle or something, or, like, got lost in a cave. You're still in the house. Okay, what was the talk about? You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn, and I wouldn't keep Mother waiting if I were you. Whose turn? Gloria? Alright, I'm off. Wish me luck. You might need it. So good luck, sister. Good luck. So, how was it? Carmosa swoops down on you like a hawk and submits you to great physical torture and tests your endurance. At one point, she took this long needle and... This is a joke, isn't it? Lovely. Thanks for that image, sis. I do like their chemistry. They're finally... They're kind of like playful with each other now, and it's nice. Character development. Okay, you did get a little pale, but honestly, you'll be fine. So it wasn't that bad? Oh, don't get me wrong, it was no pleasure either. And Carmosa hatched a plan that will make me lose a lot of sleep till it's all over. This can't be good. I'm almost afraid to ask. What is it? Oh no, you need to be properly surprised when you hear it from Carmosa. That will prove I did not utter a word. I like how Sophia and Gloria call her Carmosa too, instead of Mom. Like, yeah, they're professional. Well, it's not even professional because they're calling her by her first name. It's like less respectful, but somehow more respectful at the same time. I don't know. But you don't need to worry too much. Only Gloria and I get to fail Carmosa and her ridiculously high expectations this time. As far as I know, you will not be involved. I never thought I'd be happy to hear that, or that someone forgot about me. Then let me add to your joy. I forgot about you and your little escapades when I recounted to Carmosa what happened during her absence. So you should be fine. Oh, by forgot you mean left out. Oh, thanks for covering my back, sis. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed alright when we talked. Maybe a bit unsettled. I know my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it. But on the inside she was raging. I think she might spill some of that into Mother's ears. The hell with that. These past few days reminded me of what freedom felt like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me. You've either lost your mind or forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come up with to make you regret your actions. Jeez, you're making it sound like she's gonna, like, subject us to, like, a torture chamber or something. Is there a torture chamber in the basement of the house? Or, like, is she, like, a sadist? Like, come on, what? I mean, I guess she's the evil stepmother, but how evil is she? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Alright, so... 3 hours later, or whatever. Yeah, hi Gloria. You're back. How was it? What do you mean? What do you mean, how was it? How was talking to your mother? What kind of over-the-top experience was that? Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant? What? It does not sound like they're talking about, like, a conversation. It does not. This does not seem like a normal thing. These seem like deeply disturbed human beings in this house. Okay, of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation. Nor for you, perhaps. Come on, Gloria, I can tell it wasn't that smooth. Stop being so nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans? This is about the ball. It's about the ball. I'm calling it. In fact, she did. Okay. Suspense. Oh, of course she did. You were in that special little place on her lap. Sophia, please. She's not Santa. Jeez. That would be quite a plot twist, wouldn't it? Okay. Shush now, Cinders. What do you think of Mother's latest great plot? You would think she had learned not to expect the impossible of us. Or anything big, really. And maybe it's time to live up to her expectations. You're a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities. You're hopeless and stupid. Some of us are simply not built for greatness. Why are you putting yourself down like that? If only you focused on doing something useful half as often as you do on sharpening that vicious tongue. You must speak plainly. I'm too stupid to understand complex sentences. So what are Carmosa's plans exactly? Oh, I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment. Now hurry, don't keep her waiting. You know how angry she gets when someone's late. Oh yes. I feel like this is going to be quite an adventure. Now I'm about to enter the beast's lair. Alright. Don't go alone. Take this. I don't know. Hi, Carmosa. You called me? Yes, I did. Come inside and close the door. I'd like you to explain something to me. I've just asked my daughters about what happened during my absence, and to my surprise, I've got two conflicting descriptions. Could you please explain me how you did spend the last 2 days? I visited friends in town, did some things I planned to do, kissed Tobias, took 2 days off. I visited a witch, and got my fortune told or whatever, I don't know. So, I have heard. I am still wondering as to the nature of the liberties you took when I wasn't here to direct you. I certainly hope you did not do anything foolish. However, one of my daughters assured me that you're much too level-headed to make a mistake like that. She did? Yes, I also thought it was unusual of her. So I'm letting this slip. But enough about this. This isn't the topic I wanted to speak to you about. It has to do with my plans for our family. 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. I knew it! I called it! Anybody with a brain could have probably called it, but you know. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be very important even for His Royal Highness. It means very careful preparations. The Royal Masquerade, I might have heard about it. Yes. Oh. You have? This is very surprising indeed. Is it? Recently, I've learned that it isn't that difficult to obtain sensitive information. Ooh. One simply has to pay attention to what is going on around them. Watch carefully who is meeting with whom. Especially when it comes to certain shady-looking characters, fetching rumors like a trained hound. Really? Well done, then. Perhaps you are not as thick as I thought. Let's hope you'll forge this little success in collecting information into a permanent quality, a quality which I'm sure you'll find useful in life. Being well-informed surely beats being kept in the dark. Folks say that the truth shines like light in ignorance, and ignorance is the darkest night. It's a fitting comparison. After all, night is the time of fear, vulnerability, and powerlessness. I learned quite a few things these days. I feel much safer and more powerful already. What matters here is that the ball is very near, and there is little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and I do mean all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience. No questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoiled in such a silly way. Very well. And what is my part in this plan, then? Will I be going to the ball as well, member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd. Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball should mark the point of our family coming back into high society. And that means one thing. Guests. We will need combined effort to make the residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. I see, my lady. Would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe or pretend I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters. Oh, mic drop. I understand your anger and your reasons now. You must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play all sanctimonious with me now, but either now or in 10 years you'll understand my perspective, and you will agree with my decision. Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints. If all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods, start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. I could say that in like a mafia voice, like, start supporting the family, and the family will do the same for you. Or like, I don't know. She's like the godfather, except she's the godmother, and she's not the godmother. Because the godmother's a fairy, I guess. Where is the fairy godmother in this game? I don't know. You like to refer to all of us as a family, but only if it means I have something to do, or have to do something. Don't get melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for a ball organized by the future king. The once and future king. Do you have any idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Of course, how could buying a dress for the daughter of the rightful owner and head of the house be proper? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. I am the rightful owner of this house. I paid the mortgage. No, you didn't. Maybe you did. I don't know. Was it paid off when her father died? I don't know. And as unfortunate as it may be, your father, bless his soul eternal, is dead. Yeah, I don't think they had mortgages in those days, but just saying. No mother would put an orphan before her own children. I am not just some orphan. And contrary to your real children, I am not afraid to think and speak for myself. You're truly blind if you really can't see my potential and how useful I could be. Also for you. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us, and little time left. Since you're thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with preparations? That's it? Do you really believe that is all I can be good at? Demons! Snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and start paying attention. Do you think that even if you were the lady of this house, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing the dishes is minuscule in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful for having such a simple life. Oh yes, very great. Shush! Not a word! Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment. So, yeah, that was the most, like, confrontational Cinders versus Evil Stepmother scene in the whole game thus far, I think. Are they? They're like several hours later. There you go. There's her SpongeBob voice. But are they like sitting down? Is this like what that's why they're so low to the ground? This is the first time we've seen anybody actually like in a sitting animation in this game. Weird. Okay, so finally, it's so clean you could... Oh, they're like kneeling and cleaning, I guess. You could positively dine from it. You could eat off that floor. I'm tired, but it's still better than washing all those dishes was. I hate doing dishes. I'm tired too. I'm tired too. She's been back for a little more than 1 hour, and here we are, scrubbing the floor on all fours. Cleaning the windows... polishing silverware twice, and dusting everything. And did I mention doing the dishes? You might have. I hate that. Notice Gloria's not doing any of this. I hate the fact that I am here, while my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister is upstairs. Yep. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Playing the little princess she will never be, and trying on that ridiculous dress Carmosa brought her. First of all, you never saw that dress, and second, who knows, maybe the prince will fall in love with her and you'll end up being the queen's sister? Okay. I doubt even that amount of noble blood can make a person dense enough to fall for Gloria. Although, maybe, if she kept silent? Oh. You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be denser than lead. Also, I didn't know you cared about balls and dresses. Compared to this, I think I prefer the Royal Circus. Ooh, that sounds fun. We should get... That'd be great if this game ended in, like, a circus. I'd be down for that. I'd be totally down for that. Sophia, I need to thank you for putting in a word for me when you spoke with Carmosa. I appreciate it. Don't mention it. And don't overestimate my goodwill. I find myself just as surprised by my behavior as you are. I'm sure some dark power possessed you that brief moment you actually did something nice for another person. Anyway, I appreciate it. Whoa! Did she just, like, set off a fuse in the house or something? What are you two blabbering about this time? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Should be sparkling. Well, then stop talking and get to work. This place has to be worthy of the Emperor. You seem very confident that people will suddenly crave visits to our house, Mother. Just because they met us at the ball? Will they be so taken by Gloria's charming sense of humor and my kind, sunny disposition? There goes my wonderful Sophia, always heavy as a storm cloud. Are you finished? Because there's work to be done. Also, frankly, dear, I stopped... Frankly, dear, I was going to say the line from Gone with the Wind, but I held back. I had stopped paying attention to your theatrics a very long time ago. I'm sorry my acting isn't up to your standards, Mother. This ball is much more than just a meeting. It is a chance for all of us to get firm footing in this world, and heavens know we could use some of that. I have waited far too long and invested that too much to let this chance slip. So stop whining and start being serious about it. Or do you want to end up with no money and just the clothes on your back, like Cinders here? Don't get your hopes up. No, don't get your hopes too high. What did you say? Are you whispering in my presence? Nothing, Mother. Whoa, another explosion in the house. Mother, where are you? I need you to see this. What is it again? Oh, is it the dress? What? Oh, she's wearing a mask. What? Whoa, hello. There must have been a mistake, Mother. This dress isn't my size at all. It's too long. She looks like a chess piece from Alice in Wonderland. She looks like she's on the red team. Or like she's... she looks like one of the Red Queen's pawns. I'm sweeping the floors with my... I'm sweeping the floors with my every move. And if I ever have to dance in it, I risk serious injury or worse. Wow, personally, I think you look very pretty, Gloria. It's not a terrible look, honestly. It's like macabre or something. Very pretty indeed. Have your fun at my expense. You love to see me like this, don't you? Yes. I think I'm beginning to like it, too. Though the floors are already swept, I'm afraid. What is this? Demons, the man is clearly an amateur. I gave that crook all the numbers and made sure he got them right several times. Did you, by chance, go to the Midgar slums and get the dress made? Because this is... it has a wall market vibe to it. Just saying. Just saying. I'm sorry, Mother, but I really can't go wearing this. What color is the dress, everybody? It's obviously red, but is it maroon or scarlet? I don't know. What are we going to do? No reason to lose your head, Gloria. Perhaps visiting the tailor without you was a mistake, after all. But we can still salvage this situation. There's still time. We'll all go to the tailor tomorrow and make sure he gets it right this time. A trip to the tailor, how very entertaining. Stop whispering behind my back and try your dress on. We have to know if it fits. And you, Cinders, stop loitering and get back to cleaning. Just great. Alright. So, are we actually gonna... Is there gonna be like a mission to try on all the dresses? Is that our next order of business? Cinders, do the cleaning while we try on our new dresses. While we try our new dresses on. Sure. Why don't we all relax and enjoy ourselves while Cinders scrubs the floors and walls? I can't believe I'm back to this again. These past few days have been amazing. Now I know there's more to life than this, not only in fairy tales. I need to change something instead of just bending to Carmosa's will and going back to what is called normal around here. How can I just forget about freedom now? Because let's be honest, Carmosa won't ever release me. She doesn't even consider me in her plans. I'm no one to her. Whoa. Hello, what was that? Who would knock on my window at this hour? Some shady character it must be. Let's see. Cinders! Psst, Cinders, it's me, Tobias. Of course it is. What are you doing here? Never mind. Come in before someone sees you and tells Carmosa she has yet another reason to mop the floors. With me. With me. It's good to see you in such a tearful mood. I'm sorry. It's just that Carmosa is back, and she has such a soothing effect on people around her. I'm sorry to bother you and risk getting mad at you. It's just that I had to see you. You did, huh? And why would that be? I knew you'd have a hard day today, so I figured you could use some cheering up. Was I mistaken? Correct, as always. I didn't quite hear you. Could you say that again? Preferably put that in writing as well. I said the humble merchant should stick to their numbers since they tend to be mistaken when it comes to people, even if they do things right from time to time. I am deeply wounded. I am not sure whether I want to take you on that secret date I had planned for tonight. Oh, I love this idea for cheering me up. I should be sad more often. Don't be. I think we can figure some different and pleasurable way of spending the evening for times when you are happy. So what do we do now? Can you sneak out of the house for a while? Sure. And I know a great place we could visit at this time. Where to? The lake, of course. Why wouldn't it be the lake? The lake's awesome. And here we are. How do you like this spot? Is this the secret place you come to think quietly or relax? Or simply to hide? Yes, it calms me. I feel safe and relaxed here. More at home than at Carmosa's manor, I guess. That's why I come here. I like it. It's beautiful, and secluded enough not to worry about sharing the view, or your solitude and thoughts with some random stranger passing by. Somehow, I sometimes feel safer with no people around. Yeah, relatable. Hashtag relatable. There is no soul in sight. I bet we could scream on the top of our lungs, and no one would hear us. There's a weird atmosphere here. Apart from you almost rhyming, I don't really know what you mean by weird. Sure, steer clear of the atmosphere here, my dear, 'cause something's lurking near. Consummate poet. Now I'm quite sure there's something in the atmosphere here. It certainly influences the senses. But I'm serious. It feels like there's something lurking in the shadows, on the shore, or beneath the lake's surface. Or maybe it's just the fairy tales and children's stories talking. Really? The stories told about this lake make you nervous? Well, let me just say, I think you're quite brave to come here alone. I feel chills thinking about the stories I've heard. I always found them comforting. My father usually created a friendly world of mystery, fairies, and adventure. I used to love entering it while listening to him. Yeah, your father had a way with children. And stories. He was a wordsmith. Was her father George MacDonald? Because this lake reminds me of the Light Princess. Just saying. I used to love it when he came to do business with my parents. Sometimes I still miss him a lot. I'm sorry. Your father was a wonderful man. I guess he was. You guess? Ever heard of a child with a clear and objective view of their father? I remember him being an all-knowing wizard when I was little. Then I became a teenager and grew out of his stories at least a bit, and he miraculously changed. The wise man was suddenly gone. Oh yes, mine somehow did that same. He changed horribly. It must have been an epidemic of some sort. Now I actually do believe he was wise. His stories taught me many things. All my father taught me was how to count money. And mine was a big child. At least, partially irresponsible when it came to everyday life. Everyone has flaws. At least your father taught you something practical. Ah, yes. The grass is always greener in somebody else's yard. My childhood was fine, but I always thought yours was better. Remember the good parts, not only the flaws. You've clearly missed your calling. You should have become a philosopher, not a merchant. I did consider it, but the pay was way lower. Somehow people are willing to pay much more for candy or spices than for wisdom. So that is what I'm selling. Penny for your thoughts? Do you believe it? Believe what? Well, the stories, the fairies, magic in this place, everything people say. Do I believe that there is another world, separated from ours by just a veil? That its inhabitants are almost like us, but a bit different and can do weird things? That's a great way to describe fairy. I love that. That's great. It's such a simple, like, doy way of describing it. So profound. Sounds like that old weird lady that often stood near the church drooling. She was also a bit different and could do weird things. Maybe she was a prophet. I think she also had a veil. Literal veil. Like a material veil. Precisely, but does it really matter that I don't believe? The place is beautiful, and it has this mystical air about it. You don't have to believe to marvel at the lake. I think you're right. Let us relax and marvel. So, you want us to talk about something? I want to get you out of the house, mostly. Help you relax after a tough day. Mission accomplished. I do feel relaxed already. Let's just not come back yet, if you don't mind. Of course. Also, there actually is something I can't get off my mind. Should I get tense again and brace myself? Please let me know in advance. I'm serious, and I need to know if you are serious. About us, that is. Oh, there it is. There it is. Squee. I don't know. I thought that was obvious. Of course I am. Do you want more proof? If you like it, you should put a ring on it. Toby, come on. I'm sorry, but I had to ask. I mean, you were enjoying your freedom for the first time in years. You could finally do anything you wanted, and I seriously advise you to stop now. Yes, I am serious about us. Now drop the subject before you start insulting me. What? Cinders, come on, girl. What's wrong with you? That's a legitimate question to ask, like, after all that's happened. I'm sorry, I really am, but if you are, have you given any thought to what happens now? That's what I'm saying. Like, he has every right to ask that. Cinders, like, come on. Like, just, for real. You're right. I haven't. I was so concentrated on Carmosa and the events of the last couple of days. Sorry. Well, I have. And frankly, I have no idea what we could do. And I'm sorry, but sneaking about and meeting once in a blue moon in secret is not an option for me. Don't you like it now? The thrill of knowing no one knowing, and sitting in this secret hideout? Of course, I do. But I also want to be able to go out with you in the evenings, or take you places I like, outside of the town. I want to boast to the world we're together. And I'm not sure what to do to make that happen. As long as my situation in Carmosha's mansion is the way it is, we have no real options. Alright. So now that's settled, we need to change that situation. And how do you propose we do that? Well, we could leave that situation behind entirely. Leave all this behind. And start normally. Somewhere else. Compared to Carmosa, it can't sound that bad, can it? It certainly has its appeal. Maybe we don't have to do anything so drastic. I'm sorry, but leaving things the way they are basically means breaking up. It is a valid option, but let's not do that, shall we? That's not what I meant. I guess I was just wondering whether things could change here. Nothing's impossible if you want it hard enough, right? Right. Let's assume things can change. How do you think we should proceed? I need to think of something. And I need to do that fast. I was hoping for something a bit less obvious. But that's a start. Any chance you can specify that? I could, but what for? I've got a couple of ideas and I don't want to bet on any one of them until I've thought them through. Some might say that keeping this second party totally in the dark is a bit cruel. I wouldn't say that, of course, but some might. Just so you know. Carmosa returned home with a plan. She's acting on it, and many unusual things happen in our house nowadays. If I act wisely, I may turn them to my advantage. So you do have some sort of plan ready. Sort of is the right way to say it. I have an outline or a rough plan of a plan. But the answer is yes, I do have a sort of a plan. I'm glad you see a way out, because I must admit I wasn't so optimistic when I came here. I'm glad I could cheer you up. Let me know if you ever need that again. Wow, the tables have turned from how this night got started, but okay. I'm serious. Look at the odds. Our chances are just so slim. Life's not a fairy tale. Well, your lives are a fairy tale, guys. Come on. Own it. And love doesn't always prevail. To the contrary, I would even say it usually doesn't. I didn't quite hear you. Could you repeat what it is that does or does not prevail in this case? Low. Right. Love? Okay, I did say love. But, ooh, he said the L word. But that is beside the point. Oh no. That is precisely the point of all of this. You're changing the subject. Actually, that kind of is the subject, to be honest. And we do need to concentrate and think of something fast. Regardless of how I feel, it may be simply impossible to be together. Oh. You are in such a cheerful mood today. Alright, my dear doomsayer, what can we do, in your opinion? I really don't know. Oh, this is going in circles again. Stacking up odds is what I do. Profit and loss, chances of failure and success. Today the numbers make no sense and give me no clue to this. Alright, I can change my life. I need you to change my life. What kind of a reply would I need you to change my life? That is not what a strong woman would say. So I'm going to say, I can change my life. I'm going to change my life. You're going to like it. Pondering the odds won't get us anywhere. What we need is action. I need to take life in my own hands and change it. I wish it was that simple. It is, in a way. No one will do that for me. So I need to act, no matter the odds. And after a taste of freedom, I don't think I can just forget it and go back. I agree. One needs to make their own choices and act to see things change. But you can't just ignore the situation you're in. You're playing the card life dealt you. For instance, would Carmosa or her daughters want to change? Or should they do that even assuming they wanted to? You do need to take that into consideration. Even if their fate is sealed, mine isn't. Regardless of what they do, I'll still find room to maneuver. That's the British spelling. You'll see. I know the change is within reach. Just please trust me. If you could talk to fate and convince it to change for you, you get what you want for sure. I know you've almost convinced me, and I was pretty set when I came here. Good. So please, give me just a little more time, and you'll see things will change. Okay, I'll trust you and wait. It is really comforting to see you so confident about it. I'm glad we understand each other. See? The future isn't as dark as it seemed. Certainly not. Certainly not now when we can sit together at the lake and hold hands. Yes. Let's concentrate on that. Not on the problems and obstacles. Can we be a normal couple for a while? Watch the stars at each other's company. I don't know about you, but I'm already doing that. Enjoying your company and the stars. I'm glad. Aww. I do like their romance. That is like the romance that I like in this game. Like, I'm glad. I hope she meets the prince eventually, but I hope she goes with Tobias. I hope the prince, her meeting the prince is the means to something else, like her freedom with Tobias, hopefully. But let's see. Alone again, Tobias went back home. It's nice to know that he has my back. I never had someone care for me like that before. We really have grown up, and our relationship matured with us. Such a lovely night. I don't feel like going back home yet. I think I'll go and visit Mum. Madame Gade was right when she said, I don't tend to her grave as much as I should. Alright. So, to the graveyard, I suppose, or the cemetery.